What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the past week. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button. Let's jump into this week's topics. First for this week, a new release from Vanquish Products, a new Falcon Wild Peak RT in a 4.19 height. Perfect for class 1 style builds, or if you've got a scale build that you're looking for that needs a little bit smaller tire for clearance. These are modeled after the brand new, just also released full-size Falcon Wild Peak RT tire, so a little bit different tread pattern than has been seen before from them. These come in the same red compound that you will have found in the Vanquish VXT2, as well as the 4.65 Wild Peak MT. So if you're interested in a new Class 1 tire, check these out. These are available now. Speaking of new tires, J Concepts has a few new offerings for the 124 scale scene. They've got some new old school monster truck style golden years, they're calling them. And also from J Concepts, another new 124th scale body. This one is the 1978 Chevy K10 Tuck. Not tucked, like the 1/10th scale version. A pinched and dovetailed 124 scale Chevy K10 truck. Not to be let down, it still has some odd proportions in the cab, so they're staying true to form. But going with a name that's similar to one of their other versions, but changed up a little bit for some reason, not sure. I can't think of an immediate reason why they went with Tuck instead of Tucked, but they did. So you figure it out. Next, a couple of new Kyosho Mini Zs were released. Don't often cover Mini Zs, but these two are both pretty interesting. First one is a Subaru kind of like key truck style. They're calling this the Sandbar, which I believe is what they're referred to at wherever these are actually available. But you know, it's a Subaru version of like a key truck, just tiny little pickup bed forward cab design, and it looks awesome. This is like one of the Kyosho Mini Z first models, so it's like a kind of a complete package, pretty basic overall. I think it's their more, budget friendly version of the Mini Z as well. And then they also released a Honda Neo Classic under their normal Mini Z line as well. This one just kind of one of those oddball Honda vehicles, so seemed like a cool one as well. Whether you're a big fan of Mini Zs or you just feel like maybe you'll add one in the future, these are both pretty cool options. Traxxas is now offering the High Country in two new color options, copper and silver. Beyond that, they're the same High Country TRX4 models that we saw before. Factory lift kit on 2.2s, ready for the mud or just if you want to sit taller than your friends, TRX4. Either way, two new colors, that's the only difference. The new Hobbywing Fusion SEs are hitting stores everywhere, and they're in stock now. These are available in both an 1800 and a 1200 kV. All-in-one motor ESC combo. These are a little bit shorter in length and still kind of that same standard 540 diameter, so they fit in just about everything, and the price is only $69. So a brushless system upgrade with the super convenient tiny package of a Fusion. Pretty decent deal. For $69, no reason to not try one if you're looking for that easy upgrade. I want to thank Team Garage Hack for sponsoring this month of the Scale News Update. Team Garage Hack, also founders of Overdrive fans worldwide, wanted to do a little bit more educational spots on the Scale News. And this time, specifically to educate buyers a little bit more on the difference between overdrive and underdrive. Overdrive, as we've discussed before, is basically just making the front axle spin faster than the rear axle. And that's something that I think is becoming widely accepted and understood in the market. But the terms that can be used surrounding it can be a little bit confusing to some new buyers. For example, when there is a set of underdrive gears available, the term underdrive simply means that its gear ratio is lower than whatever the baseline ratio that is being compared to. And that number can change based on whatever the manufacturer's stock option is. If the stock ratio of a vehicle has a 3.75 to 1 gear set in the front and rear axles, like any AR44 equipped axle, and you can buy a 4-to-1 gear set. That's technically an underdrive gear set. You can install that in the rear, but it gives you the exact same effect of giving you a faster spinning front axle than it does a rear axle. However, with the added benefit of giving you a little bit more reduction at the axle side, which can often be a good thing to minimize torque twist. So often an underdrive gear set can be a preferred option compared to an overdrive gear set, which may at times take away gear ratio that could be beneficial. And of course, Team GarageHack sells a number of gear options that you can pick up for all of the hottest platforms available, including the newest Axial UTB 18, the Baby Capra. All kinds of new stuff for that. Go check out Team GarageHack and thank them again for sponsoring the Scale News Update. Speaking of the UTB 18, Reefs RC just released their new Raw 400 low-profile servos, and they're showing these to be a great upgrade specifically for those UTB 18s. This is just a nice low-profile servo with a good amount of power. This is not a direct power servo, so it just runs right off of your internal BEC on whatever you're running. This is an easy drop-in for the stock electronics in that UTB 18 even. An all-around solid servo option for any scale rig that could benefit from a lower profile servo. Definitely worth checking these out. These are available in both black and the clear, silver, whatever you want to call it, Raw 400s. Last week, Spectrum released a few new of their Smart G2 bundles. Now, these include both a charger and battery or batteries. And you can get this, it's just an easy option if you're new to the hobby or you're upgrading from an old system. If you want to get into that smart ecosystem, it's an easy way to do it. You can get very basic USB-based chargers for just the most basic upgrades. It specifically could be great for your smaller scale stuff. Or they have the larger, more advanced chargers with 2S, 3S packs, 5,000 milliamps. Great for, just your all-around RC applications. Large batteries that fit most standard battery trays. The smart batteries make battery care easier by taking them down to proper storage levels and giving you a little bit more information back to the charger when you plug it in to go, in case you're just not 100% sure how everything's supposed to be set. And of course, it also gives you the benefit of talking back to the radios. If you have one of the stock smart radios, it gives you the battery level right on there. Or if you have some of the higher end Spectrum radios, it can give you even more information about what the vehicle's doing. For those of you using the VFD Twin in some sort of custom application, you may have seen the mini servo mount that I made for my VFD Twin in my Rock Pirates RC build up there. Well, if you did, and if you're interested in using one yourself, I put that up as an STL on my website, which I'll link in the description below, where you can go print your own and use it in any sort of custom application that you like. And I've also uploaded the files for the lower LS3 engine block that's compatible with the VS410 with VFD transmissions, either the twin or the standard. This fills from the frame rails down to the skid plate, giving you the look of an LS3 down in the appropriate place in your build. Helps kind of just make things look a little bit more realistic. If you're interested in either of those two products, I put links to them in the description below for my website, harleydesigns.com. Last year, you may remember Jegs released their own RC monster truck, and it was a rebranded CEN monster truck was all. At the time they released it, it was $300. However, last week they dropped that product down to just $99. And as of the filming of this video, it's still in stock. So if you want to go pick up one of those, which I assume is just blowing out whatever stock that they still have, for just $99, not a bad deal. 1/10 scale rebranded CEN monster truck. I'm sure that deal won't last for very long, and I'm positive that once it's gone, those are likely gone for good. Furitech added a handful of new Cayman kits. These are available in both 4-wheel drive and 6-wheel drive versions, and it looks like they've got what I imagine is just the FMS like Doug Power Wagon hardbody cab on top of it, I think. Can't find a ton of like really good information about it, but these are nearly RTR level vehicles that you can get with that hard body setting on there. Doesn't have all the detail bits. There's still like holes where those things should obviously go, pretty stripped down, but these are carbon fiber and aluminum transmissions and their ESC setups, the whole deal. So they do sell for upwards of almost $350, so So depending on how much you're trying to spend on a 124 scale all at once at least, may come into play. And RC 4-wheel drive added themselves a hydraulic wrecker. These are made by JD Models and sold by RC 4-wheel drive, but this is a functioning hydraulic bed wrecker. It says that the payload capacity is like 33 pounds, so it could pull some serious weight at that. Pretty cool to see that that bed actually moves and is powered by hydraulics with such a high payload on it. It is nearly $3,000. So, you know, it puts that $350 124 scale into perspective. This Sunday is Christmas, and Matt from the Scale Builders Guild and myself are putting up a very merry monthly mayhem Christmas special. So come check that out. We dove into a quick monthly mayhem to release for Christmas. So don't forget to check that out Christmas Day. Hope that you all can break some time away from the holiday goings on to watch a fun little video that we're each putting out. Look forward to that this Sunday. And don't forget, as always, Wednesday, live stream takeover, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Come join us as we discuss Matt's full-size Jeep Rubicon being stolen from his driveway. His pain can be the source of our jokes. Let us all enjoy on his behalf. But that's going to do it for this week's news topics. For this week's questions segment, last week we talked about what are your milestones you're looking forward to next year, but never talked about what you got done this year. What are you most proud of from this year? What are you glad you attempted or you completed or succeeded? Whatever it is, RC or not, do some humble bragging. Put it in the comments below. Hope to hear good things from each of you. I'm sure there's something to look back on and say, I did that. I want to hear what they are. And with that, thanks as always for watching this Scale News Update. It's been another great year. We got one more news left before the year is officially over. As always, thanks for watching the Scale News Update. Hit the like button if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get uploaded. Merry Christmas. We'll see you on the next one.